Hi, I'm Francois from adventurebiketroop.com, and in this video I'm going to chat about the 6 things that I dislike about the Norden 901. Okay, so this is an awesome bike, so before you say anything, go and check out my video on all the things that I love about the Norden 901. But always, with most bikes, or all bikes, there's stuff that you don't like, that could be better, and that's what we're going to chat about. And the first one is the windshield. The windshield is fairly protective of your body up to say about this height, but your head is definitely in the wind. At 110 kilometers per hour it's fine, but anything above that you can feel, well, you don't feel the buffeting, you hear it. So it's not that it shakes your head, it's just noisy. I did have a dual sport helmet on, so that makes a difference, and I definitely didn't feel like it tugged on my head or that it shakes your head even at 140, but after 5 hours in the saddle yesterday or the day before, I was quite tired just because of the noise, and I could feel with my hand. I always try to feel where the buffeting stops, and it's definitely in this area above the screen. There is quite a bit of wind, so that is the first one. The rest of the bike is so comfortable that if it just had a taller screen or an adjustable screen, it would have been the perfect long distance touring bike. But I am going to show you how to fix that for free at the end of the video. So the second thing I don't like about the Norden 901, now it's difficult to find things that you dislike, so if I have to, I'd say it's a pity that that is not a USB charger, and there's no other USB charger on the bike, so you can't just plug in your cell phone. But then again, if you do mount a GPS that uses a 12-volt cigarette lighter, then you have it here. So that is a pity. I know a lot of bikes come out with USB chargers already, the 5-volt chargers. So even one under the seat, that would have been nice. Then the third thing that I don't like about the Norden, now you'll see that we are really trying to, or struggling to find stuff not to like, is that there's no accessory bar up here. So there's no way that a YouTuber or a motor vlogger can mount their GoPro when they want to film themselves like you do. But obviously there's place to mount your GPS, but some type of accessory bar we could clamp down something. This is a bit low. That would have been nice, and I know some of the bikes do have that up there. So the fourth thing I dislike about the Norden 901, and dislike is a strong word, is the fuel gauge. So it does show you the range left, but when I rode here on the highway, it would sit there at 150 kilometers left for about 20 or 30 kilometers without changing, and then suddenly it goes down in increments of 10 quite quickly. So it's definitely not 100% accurate. But that said, it is quite an engineering task to accurately measure liquid sloshing around on a moving machine that's pitching and yawing with a float. So it's really, I don't think any bike would be 100% accurate. And I checked the fuel consumption, it showed 4 liters per 100 kilometers, so that's 25 kilometers per liter. And when I filled it up after about 400 kilometers, it was 24.7. So it is actually quite accurate. What I would not do is try to ride on the range until it says 10 or 20 kilometers left. I wouldn't do that. So just use your head, do your calculations, see it as sort of some indicator of how much is left. But I definitely wouldn't go plan my fuel stops to the 10 kilometer increments. Rather stick to 50 k's. If it says 50 k's left, you should have stopped already, I think. Anyway, so like I said, I'm trying to find dislikes here just to make up the video, but that is just one thing. But like I said, I don't think there's a proper solution for that because of just the way that fuel and liquid works. Then number 5 of the things I dislike about the Norden 901 is one of the things that I like most of the Norden 901, and that is these plastics here. I mean, they look amazing. I just love the look. But if you drop the bike, especially if you're moving, I mean, if you just drop over, I think these should protect most of it. I'm not going to try it, but if you move and you drop the bike, especially in rocky areas, I do suspect that these are going to damage quite quickly, and that might be pretty expensive. It's quite a big piece here, and it's a hard plastic, so it's gonna get damaged if you really push the bike and drop it. But anyways, crash bars will, I think, fix most of that. And then the last thing that I dislike about the Norden 901 is also something that I do like about it, and that's all these electronics. These rider aids really make you feel like a hero. Rode up the mountain this morning, it was very rocky. You need low range in a vehicle, 4x4 going up there, and the bike just handles it without any issues, and you can go quite quickly without realizing it because the electronics work so well. The traction control is just perfect. Wow, that traction control catches the rear end very quickly. The ABS works well off-road, and the problem with that is once it does let go, you're already going so fast. So the other thing is, there's obviously that argument that more things could go wrong, so especially if you go far off the beaten track. That's why people say the T7 is better, because it has less electronics, but it still has a computer. That's why I would prefer, for a crossing Africa or a Cape to Cairo trip, a bike with a carburetor, because you should be able to fix it in most places. But like a Zimbabwean mechanic once told us when we did our Cape to Cairo trip on Chinese bikes, is that you need to travel with confidence. And I think that's, if you buy something like this, have it serviced, have it checked out before a long trip, take your satellite phone with you, and just travel with confidence. I mean, this bike will just eat up the miles. So now I want to show you how to fix the first 3 of the dislikes on the Norden 901. So like I said, go check out the video of the stuff that I do like, but here is a very cheap, for under $10 you can fix the first 3. So let me show you that. Number 1, fixed. Number 2, fixed. Number 3, fixed. And there you go. Only 3 things that I dislike about the Norden 901, 2 things of which is your own problem, and the fuel gauge, which is impossible to solve. So there you have it. See you next time.